Let's discuss how to become a better person. We should never be happy with where we are. We should never just be walking around like everything's great. I don't want to change anything. Everything's perfect. I'm awesome. If you're walking around like that, you got a big ego you need to shrink, because none of us are perfect. We're always missing the mark. And if you ever get in a place of comfort where you think you've made it, you're in trouble. Because the second on this planet that you start to get comfortable, they start deducting things from you. The force of average starts taking it from you. Nobody in the history of the world has created something or done something or made something from their comfort zone. That's not how it happens. People got to take a stretch. People have to get outside of their comfort zone. People have to do something that they're not used to doing in order to get change. So if I want to become a better person, I want to work on actually becoming a better person, then I got to put in the work. If you were to look at your ideal person and say, hey, this is who I want to become, who's that person for you? Leave a comment below. Let us know who it is that you think is the person that you look up to, that you want to be most like. Now, once you identify that person in the comments, you don't have to put this stuff in the comments, but you can. You guys can have an open discussion down there that I'd love to join you. You need to talk about what attributes they have that makes them such a good person. Is it loyalty, integrity, generosity? What are those values that they have? Because here's what most people say. They say, I want to become a person of value. I want to become valuable to you. I want to be a high value woman or a high value male, all the slang language that's out there right now, but you don't even know what you value in the first place. You're talking about, oh, I'm a high value person, but if we were to write down your personal values, they might be lying, deceiving, cheating. If we're being honest and we wrote down the things that we value, most people will find out that they value things that are not serving them. They value things that are hurting them. They value things that are not bringing value to their life. If you want to become a better person, you have to have value. You have to bring value. And so first of all, write down the person's name in the comments. And second of all, what are the attributes that make them valuable? So let's say you look up to somebody like Andy Frisella and you think, okay, so let's talk about what makes Andy Frisella a person of value. First of all, he's got a high level of integrity. Second of all, he takes care of his body. Andy's lost hundreds of pounds. Second of all, he's a great leader that's core value driven. Third thing is he's a great content creator because he's creating content that inspires change for people. So you write down these things that you value about them and you say, okay, here's somebody that I value. Here's somebody that I want to be like. Here's somebody who's on the path or is a better person than me. Here's the attributes they have. Here's the attributes that I need. But if you look around and you don't know anybody, you don't see anybody, you don't have a high value person in your life, you don't have a high value person in your circle, you don't have people that are committed to becoming the best version of themselves, people that want to become a better person. If you don't have that in your life, you know what that means? It means it's up to you, motherfucker. You got to become that motherfucker. You have to be the person that nobody has been for you. You got to be that motherfucker for them. The world's full of bad examples. Fat people, thieves, liars, cheaters. You look around, there's a plethora of examples of that shit. Those aren't values. Those are liabilities. That's a person that if you hang out with them, you're going to catch their liabilities, not their assets, not their value. You're going to catch the cost of being around them. But here's the thing. You look around, you don't see that motherfucker. That's because God's calling you to be him. God's calling you to be that person. If you don't see him, that means that we need you to step up and be that person. For you to show others what's possible. You say, I don't see a fucking example anywhere. I'm going to be him. That's what I had to do. I didn't come up with an example of a good father. I had to become him, the dad I never had. I didn't have a good example of a business leader. I had to become him. I didn't have the good example in my family of someone that's in shape. I had to become him. And when I made that decision on how I was going to become a better person and how I was going to become a person of value, I had to put high value activities in my life and become that motherfucker for everybody else. I hope I'm him for you. Rise above.